Several months ago, I did a video about the Super Sentai yuzuri, or handoffs, where the Reds of the show pass the torch on to the next leader, showing the new gimmicks of the future leader we were to have, but also saying goodbye to the last team. Something Sentai is good at doing! Letting go! Not looking at anyone. I did a top 10 and it did amazingly, so I decided to do a few more top 10s talking about the top 10 furries of Sentai, but there is more to talk about, like today's video. Top 10 Sentai Dances. So let's henshin up and start watching some of these dances. Kezza Henshin! The Sentai dances, like the handoffs, didn't start off from the very first Sentai. It was something that was tested and trialed, and soon became a Sentai tradition, shown in the ending theme or versus movies to entertain and encourage young viewers to join in, showing again the gimmicks of the show, but through the dance movements, sometimes showing the fighting style or feel for the show. As mentioned before, there are many dances from the ending themes, versus movies, and one-off episodes, and even some from the Korean Sentai show. So I'll try and go through them quickly. And shush, before you say what right do I have to criticize the dances, I used to choreograph myself, so I can be critical of anyone's choreography, as well as my own. Trust me, I am. Firstly, to start us off, we have Sun Vulcan, and this was very much the trial stage of having dances in shows. However, it seemed to work. The Sun Vulcan team kinda danced with school children in episode 16, almost doing morning exercises, as its movements are very much inspired by their fighting style with kicks and round kicks, so be careful around your furniture. The dance itself is on beat and simple, it's easy for children to learn and follow, and it's a chill vibe, but maybe a bit slow till later on as it speeds up with more technical arm movements. I used to dance, I know my okay? I would say, however, I don't really recommend the jumping off cliffs bit, but get it, girl. Score out of 5. Difficulty 1. Music 2. Enjoyment 2. Overall thoughts, simples. Next we have Mask Man, with a dance at the beginning of the Mask Man movie, as well as in episode 47. This is the first example of a full Sentai dance and was done to shot bomber Zenryoku Suchu. This, compared to the first one, is a lot more fluid and technically difficult. Well, first you need a pool. Joking aside, the techniques shown in this dance show great flexibility, ability, and control, as it shows aerobic style dance poses as well as a lot of turning around, which would have been hard for people or kids as they would have had to face away from the screen, as well as having skills in aerobics. It also cuts away from the dance quite a lot, so yeah. Score out of 5. Difficulty 5. Music 3. Enjoyment 2. Overall thoughts, too complicated. Next is Jetman's dance, and is completely different in the best way. This dance is featured in a special where our pink Jetman Ranger untransforms and leads a step-by-step class to the Jetman opening, first showing us the audience how it's supposed to look beforehand. 1, this is great for the audience, really shows you how to do it in a really easy way, and 2, they do it slowly so you can easily learn with Kaori there teaching us. Just really adds a sense of kindness to the team as well. I mean, I was dancing straight away, but I'm unsure about this side kick at the beginning. It feels like an aerobics class again. You know, the ones where they are in the purple and red spandex, you know, the one, the National Aerobic Championships with that music. Anyway, score out of 5. Difficulty 3. Music 3. Enjoyment 4. Overall thoughts? Really easy, but satisfying. Die Ranger gave us not a dance per se, but more of a workout video, so more for sport and not so much for enjoyment. However, this, and this, and this gave me a lot of enjoyment. Whatever this was meant to be. Score out of 5. Difficulty 2. Music 1. Enjoyment 2. Overall thoughts? Not really a dance. Gacha Ranger follows next with a Dorodoros dance. A dance, unsurprisingly from the name, is performed by the Dorodoros and yokai during the ending theme. Ninja, Matenro kids, and surprisingly doesn't actually include the Rangers who are currently hunting down the Dorodos. I mean, they are evil, but they just want to dance, come on, look at this dude! This one gave me a lot of joy for some reason. It's silly and also quite ahead of its time with the twerking, Fortnite dancing, and whatever this is. This is 1994, by the way. How did they know about twerking and Fortnite dancing? This is also older than me. This has a lot of backward dancing, unfortunately, so may not be as kid-friendly, but it is so funny to me for some reason. Score out of 5. Difficulty, 4. Music, 3. Enjoyment, 5. Overall thoughts, ahead of its time and a good laugh. After that funny dance, we have a charming Mega Ranger dance. This was the show's second ending from episodes 21 to 30, done to Bum Dancing Mega Ranger, and was done to show the summer festival season with the Rangers performing a more traditional style dance, which I just thought was sweet, but kinda not what we needed. It made me feel good and wasn't too complicated, so kids would be able to learn as they had the Rangers performing it live, but also them transformed in the corner to keep the dancing going throughout, which was a nice touch. However, only one pose was Sentai themed really, and the rest was just this walking repetitively backwards and forth action, not what kids want really when watching the show. Score out of 5. Difficulty, 2. Music, 2. Enjoyment, 2. Overall thoughts, traditional and repetitive. Next one is an actual crime. I'll include this as it never was included in the show. Nippon Sentai Hurricanejā had a dance, but only at the end of a movie. With the ninja theme, I think dances are easier to choreograph, of course. You have the shurikens, you have the ninjutsus, and just a lot of jumping, which is what gets kids off the sofa. It was energetic and fun. This should have been in the show for definite. Such a shame. Score out of 5. Difficulty, 3. Music, 4. Enjoyment, 4. Overall thoughts, should have been in the show! And next is another crime. Should have been in the show, but wasn't there. Abba Ranger had a dance at the end of another movie, which is, again, a shame. From what we could tell from the dance that we see, when it doesn't cut away, this dance would have been a bit harder to do. But I would have loved to see a full version of this dance. From the drop and the arm movements, it's clear that this chorus that we only see danced was meant only for the big screen views. But imagine if this was the main dance, would have gone hard. Score out of 5. Difficulty, 4. Music, 4. Enjoyment, 4. Overall thoughts, should have been in the show! Part 2! Next is Deca Ranger, with a classic Sentai dance, performed during the end credits of every episode to the theme. Midnight Deca Ranger. Oh, such a classic, and this is the start of the shows having ending dances. The movements are to the theme and smooth looks. Shotaro would be very proud. Score out of 5. Difficulty, 3. Music, 4. Enjoyment, 5. And overall thoughts, hard-boiled. Next, the magical show of Magi Ranger. Now, this one is a lot more on the cutesy side. The Magi Rangers dance to Jumon Kyorin Magical Falls with a fun bouncy dance that makes you smile with those hip swishes and satisfying intricacies of the beats. It's hard to explain, okay? Shush. It's easy enough for kids too. Score out of 5. Difficulty, 3. Music, 4. Enjoyment, 5. Overall thoughts, satisfying. Adding Geki Ranger next. But unfortunately, it doesn't really have a dance, but had to add for this cute little muffin. This ending is chill with a good ending song with some martial arts movements, such as punches and bows that he does and the others join in once they reach him. It's a cute one, but have to say not as developed than we would want for a Sentai dance, but it is very much to the themes of the show, so I'll accept that. Score out of 5. Difficulty, 2. Music, 3. Enjoyment, 4. Overall thoughts, he's a dancing cat. Speeding along, up next is Go Onja with Engine First Lap, type normal. The Go Onja's ending theme and dance was just hype, that's all I can say. The hand bumps, the square, and to top it all off, what a tune! Stop. Instant smiles and hype. It's great and easy for kids, a bouncy track that really gets you off the couch. Full marks, honestly. Score out of 5. Difficulty, 3. Music, 5. Enjoyment? Obviously more than 5, so just a 10. Overall thoughts? What a bop! Next would be Shink Kenja. However, just like their story and leader, they're very, very serious and don't dance. but they do dance in a versus movie, replicating the Gokaji dance in the best way possible. It's traditional, it's fun, they have the duet moments, and it's funny. Like, it's a good time. They've changed the dance movements from the Gokaji dance and made it anew. They've added intricate movements in, and it just is so nice. Like, for some reason, this one actually makes me very nostalgic, and I don't know why. But it's just fun, it's traditional, and it's just beautiful. But like any of the movies, they won't be added in the final ranking, unfortunately, because I'm trying to do show dances, but I am still showing it because it should be seen. Score out of 5. Difficulty 4. Music 5. Enjoyment, well, I also really enjoyed this one, so like 20? I don't know, these scores aren't real. Moving on up, we have the Gosaija's dance, Gacha Goa, which is nice and cheerful and puts a smile on your face as the music is very light-hearted. It's simple, using one hand for actions as the other one holds a mic. This in turn adds to simplicity for kids and all to learn, which is nice. But that is what I would name this dance, just nice. This is a standard dance, I would say, just nice enough to be okay, if that makes sense, with a cute song to go along with the cheerful vibe. I'm sure many enjoy, but for me it's just meh. Score out of 5. Difficulty 2. Music 4. Enjoyment 3. Overall thoughts, standard but cute. Next would be Gokaji's, but they don't dance. Marvelous is too cool for that. He's too stubborn. Only in versus movies does he actually dance, and even at that, it's just the Gobusters dance. However, he does end it very cool, so I'll give him props for that, I guess. But the dance itself is very similar, if not exactly the same to the Gobusters dance, so I won't include it in the final run, just cause it's the same dance. I guess because it's the same dance, I can't even rate it, so I guess I'll just rate it on marvelous points. It was very marvelous. So 100. So Gobusters is next, with the Gobusters themselves, their partners, the Buddyroids, and the staff of their company, the Energy Management Center. This was done to their theme tune, Kizuna, Gobusters, and like a few of the others, there is a bounce to the dance which really brings along a sense of hype, which is fun for kids and adults alike. It's funky and gets you moving, but also has a little sense of a challenge with the arm movements at the beginning. But I would be willing to learn for that jumpy punch to the front move. Another satisfying dance, I would say. Score out of 5. Difficulty 3. Music 3. Enjoyment 4. Overall thoughts, I'll give you a thumbs up. Kiryu is next with their dance to Minna Atsumare Kiryu, and was probably the best advertised and learnt dance. Toei, when promoting the show, asked people to film themselves doing the dance, and was great for their marketing as fans submitted their videos, and we would see them shown at the end of some of the episodes, which I thought was awesome, sweet, and clever. Well done, Toei, for one, being smart with the marketing of the show, but also whoever you got to choreograph this dance did a great job. It's simple, yet fun, easy, yet intricate. Did you know, like Gokaji, they have many Zords that have different powers, so they have song lyrics for each and every one. So they have song lyrics for each and every Zord. But Kiryu's song, unlike Gokaji's song, also had 24 dance actions for them too. So cool, and this is a song and dance I personally loved as I was watching the show. They also had a movie dance for the Gabarent show of music, but I'll stick to the main shows for now. Score out of 5. Difficulty 2. Music 3. Enjoyment 4. Overall thoughts, great dance with many variations. Tokua didn't necessarily have a dance, but they did have this moment where they sang with the singer in the train, and what a cool moment this was. Also with Akira jamming it out on the harmonica, hell yes. Score out of 5. Difficulty 1. Music 3. Enjoyment 4. Overall thoughts, harmonicas can jam. Ninja is following up with a simple yet fun ninja-themed dance to Nanja Monja, Ninja Matsuri, with throwing shurikens and ninjutsus and ninja running. Who could say no to this classic Sentai dance? You really feel great while doing this one when the chorus hits. However, on closer inspection, most of the dance is just done on one side then repeated on the other, so very easy dance to learn and remember. Score out of 5. Difficulty 1. Music 3. Enjoyment 3. Overall thoughts, throw those shurikens like you mean it! Zyoja's dance is next, this time to Let's Zyo Dance. Again, similar to previous ones, the lyric and dance are directly connected. When an animal was mentioned, it was acted out. It felt more bouncy with a fun beat and felt like it was telling a story which the fans enjoyed. This made it simple and easy to learn and was enjoyable to do. This does have an overwhelming sense that the dance is made just for kids though. I don't know what about that says that to me, but like, yeah. Score out of 5. Difficulty, 2. Music, 2. Enjoyment, 2. Overall thoughts, it's simple and easy to learn, but like, give me some spice. Uchu Sentai Kyuranger, the Cosmic Sentai, shoots in with the ending theme dance, which was performed by the Kyurangers to the theme Kyotama Dancing. What a unique song full of funk and jazz with a weird trumpet at the beginning to giving a unique sound. Sorry, the sound of those trumpets just really caught me off guard. But on to the dance. Starting with shimmies, can never go wrong with a good shimmy. The dance starts off simple yet fun, shown in a 360 cam, which makes sense for the theme and gimmicks of their show. But also having 2 people at the bottom also showing the dance for easy access and learning for everyone. Also helps that they are always there dancing, so no parts of the dance are missed. I like the funky dances apparently. I'm very complimentary of this one for some reason. As though it is repetitive, that doesn't mean the fun stops as the chorus gets quicker and quicker, adding to the excitement of the song and dance. Also ending with a jump in the air and landing in a position. What a dance. Even if it starts with trumpets that sound like the fail sound effect. Also just found out that this dance had to change because people were worried about the pelvic thrusts. Are you kidding me? Score out of 5. Difficulty 2. Music 5. Enjoyment 5. Overall thoughts, justice for the pelvic thrusts. Bring on the chaos.
Thrusts.
Real Soldier is next, performing to Kaboom! Real Soldier. It kind of feels like a Kiryuja ripoff. Am I gonna get attacked for saying that? However, this one also did great marketing-wise, having many people, celebs, and their characters as themselves dancing this dance on social media. Also like a lot of these shows as well. This one feels just a dance to dance, which is fine, but none of the words really match to the dance movements, which could have been easily done. Like the lyrics, care bomb, high five, go with the sword. You could have easily had it that instead of swing, clap repeatedly, like multiple times, but like jump to a friend, high five, and jump back, pull out a sword or something like that. This could have been a cool dance with the samba dance feel in it, but maybe they went too much samba and less on the story and the words connecting with the dance, making it very simple for kids to learn, which is great, but feels like it's missing something, and feels so like a Kiryuja ripoff. Sorry. Let me know if you want me to fix the Real Soldier dance in the comments below. It just looks like they are scrubbing and cleaning with how much they are just moving their arms and hands. Score out of 5. Difficulty 2. Music 2. Enjoyment 2. Overall thoughts, this is what High School Musical 2's song was meant to be about, cleaning. Kira 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 Meija. The shiny heroes are next with our ending theme, Kira Full Miracle Kira Meija. Jumping straight in, we have a jumping motion, flicking our hands to the other side. Feels very big, loud and glimmery, just like the Kira Meijas should be. Glimmery and shiny with the hand motion. But what is nice about this is that where we are lacking in actions to words in the last one, we get it all back here with the actions directly connecting to words. 1, making it easier to learn, and 2, easier to memorize. The only thing I have against this dance is this movement with the legs coming back in. This just doesn't look nice. But everything else is nicer than that. Score out of 5. Difficulty 2. Music 4. Enjoyment 3. Overall thoughts. Did you know that Kira means shiny? Closer to the end we go with the last 3 Sentais, where things are a little different. Zenkaija starts a new trend with a dance which is performed at the start of the show during the opening intro. I know, shocker. Dancing to Zenyoko Zenkai Zenkaija. This dance is fun. Got some complicated steps as you twist your feet one way, then the other, jumping around in circles, and intricate arm movements as well. But the energy and hype again in this dance is what makes it great, as well as the gun motions to the sky on the bangs and the running into the screen. Both are just a really nice touch. Score out of 5. Difficulty 4. Music 4. Enjoyment 5. Overall thoughts. Do I now have to watch Zenkaija if I like this dance? Dawn Brothers is next with Ore koso, only one. And following the last show has the dance in the opening. This is a smart choice in my opinion. It brings the dance more to the forefront and is a great addition to the shows as a whole on a marketing level, but also as a community builder with an active thing fans can learn and do. And what a dance to do but the Don Brothers dance, with the watered down stream action, with the chorus which is a staple for the dance as well, with the don 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 don, yeah! At the end. A fun dance, but a little bit complicated for some, I would say. This doesn't mean it's bad at all, and I will learn this dance at some point. Score out of 5. Difficulty, 4. Music, 4. Enjoyment, 4. Overall thoughts, if only Sonoy and Taro danced together. I know this has nothing to do with the dance, but some of these overall thoughts have nothing to do with the dances. Okay, fine, I'll be quiet. And finally, Osama Sentai King Ohger graces us with their presence this year as the new show on the block. And what a show it has been. Again with a dance in the opening, however this time it's used as bonus content, just like in Gobusters. Crazy plots, crazy sets, but a slightly disappointing dance compared to some of the others. To be honest, guys, when I first saw it, I didn't like it at all. I know, blasphemy, but I thought some of the dance was too simple, too messy, with the arms just flailing around. But now I rewatch it, I love the crown hand gesture on the line, King of Kings, as it goes around the head. Nice touch. And also the slow but strong motions to the guitar strokes that open up this opening dance. But that's about it. The cat or thriller actions going to the side and back, then the arms stretched up and down just didn't seem very kingly to me. And the running on the spot also, it's almost like a Naruto run. It's good for simplicity, for making the dance easy to learn, but come on. There are aspects I do like about this dance though, don't get me wrong. This, and this, and this I like. Just not this, or this, or this. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. Score out of 5. Difficulty, 3. Music, 3. Enjoyment, 3. Overall thoughts, may not win the King of Dances, but it's still a contender. With all the dances now discussed, let's chat rankings and find out what my top 10s are. First though, let's get some special mentions. First off, I think the Kakuranger Dororo dance needs a lot more appreciation. It didn't end up in the top 10 as the Rangers aren't dancing, and I must be fair. But they're just having a good time and I can't argue with that. Justice for the Dororos, kinda. Next special mention is one I haven't mentioned yet, but I think it's worth talking about as it's a special mention. It is the Korean show Power Rangers Dino Force Brave. Reasons it's a special mention, even though the dance is absolute fire, it is so difficult to do. No one could try and replicate it unless they're a trained professional. And it feels like K-pop came to Sentai, which is pretty much what that is. So yeah, K-pop in Toku. And for the final special mentions, I have to just bring up my boy Marvelous. He normally doesn't dance, but he danced. And served. Yeah, okay, that's enough of me talking about Marvelous. Let's move on. Anyway, on to the top 10. Let's be brief about this because this video is already long. At number 10, we have Dobutsu Sentai Zyouja. At number 9, we have Maho Sentai Magi Ranger. So cute and just fun. At number 8, Tokuma Sentai Gobusters. At number 7, sadly, it's Osama Sentai King Ohger. There was just so many better dances. At number 6, Engine Sentai Go Onja, of course. Vivi! At number 5, Zuden Sentai Kiryu. There's just so much variation and it's easy for kids to learn. It's obvious. At number 4, Uchu Sentai Kiryu. Those pelvic thrusts give me life. At number 3, Shuriken Sentai Ninja. It's easy to learn, but so fun. At number 2, we have Avataro Sentai Don Brothers. Of course, it's great fun, but a little bit harder to learn. And finally, at number 1, Kikai Sentai Zenkaija. This one was just great. And obviously, please remember that this is just my opinion, so don't get offended. And that's it, the top 10 Sentai dances as of now. When the next Sentai comes along, there will be a new contestant. But it's all a matter of time before something comes and knocks off Zenkaija from number 1. Let's see. Thanks for watching, and I hope I have hyped this up for you. Kezza Henshin, mate ne! Oh god, I feel like dancing again. This video was inspired by Christian's dance TikTok video. So maybe I'll put some dance videos on TikTok. Let me know if you want that. See you in a bit.